Over the years, people have uncovered unusual events and mysterious phenomena in this frozen land. Join me as I count down 15 of the most bizarre discoveries found within the Arctic Circle. Number 15. Antarctic Island Hot Springs, located off the coast of Greenland, is home to a remarkable natural feature, the Antarctic Island Hot Springs. These geothermal springs are an unexpected sight amid the Arctic's icy terrain. Situated on a small, uninhabited island in a fjord between the towns of Nanortalik and Qaqortoq in southern Greenland, the hot springs maintain a water temperature of around 98 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 to 38 degrees Celsius, making them warm and inviting. Unlike many other hot springs, these remain at a comfortable temperature year-round, perfect for relaxing after a chilly day outdoors. For centuries, these springs were a well-kept secret known only to local communities, who used them for both their healing properties and as a place to unwind. The spring's location, on the boundary between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, heats the ground below, creating these natural wonders. Although more people outside the local area have since discovered the springs, the island has remained mostly untouched and uncommercialized, preserving its serene environment. Visiting Antarctic Island requires some effort, as the island is only accessible by boat. Tourists usually travel from nearby towns, or included in broader trips to explore Greenland. The journey offers breathtaking views of icebergs, glaciers, and rugged coastal scenery, making the adventure just as rewarding as the destination itself. Number 14. The lion's mane jellyfish. The frigid waters of the Arctic Circle are harsh for most species, but they also give rise to some extraordinary creatures. One of the most fascinating is the lion's mane jellyfish, which stands out as one of the most impressive animals in the ocean. It is the largest jellyfish species known, with some individuals growing over 7 feet, 2 meters, in diameter and possessing tentacles that can stretch up to 120 feet, 37 meters. These tentacles are organized into 8 groups, each containing up to 150 tentacles, giving the jellyfish its signature flowing, hair-like appearance. While primarily found in Arctic waters, the lion's mane jellyfish also inhabits cooler regions of the North Atlantic and North Pacific. It usually drifts near the surface, using its long tentacles to capture prey such as small fish, zooplankton, and other jellyfish. Despite its intimidating look, this jellyfish plays a crucial role in the marine ecosystem, acting as both predator and prey. Small fish and crustaceans often hide within its tentacles for protection, while larger species like sea turtles and certain fish feed on the jellyfish. Though massive in size, the lion's mane jellyfish has a short lifespan, typically living only 1 to 1.5 years. It progresses through several life stages, starting as a tiny larva called a planula, then becoming a polyp, before maturing into the familiar medusa, the full-grown jellyfish form. Interestingly, this species is also bioluminescent, meaning it can produce light, which helps attract prey and ward off predators. At night, this bioluminescence creates an eerie glow, illuminating the dark ocean in a spectacular display. Number 13. Pingualuit Crater, located on the Ungava Peninsula in northern Quebec, Canada, is one of the most well-preserved meteorite impact craters on Earth. This geological marvel offers a glimpse into Earth's ancient history and the powerful forces that shaped its surface. Known as the Crystal Eye of Nunavik, the crater is nearly perfectly circular and spans about 2.14 miles, 3.4 kilometers, in diameter. It was formed around 1.4 million years ago during the Pleistocene epoch when a meteorite roughly 0.9 miles, 1.2 kilometers, wide struck the Earth. The impact left a massive depression, which eventually filled with water, creating a lake famous for its exceptionally clear, pristine water. Lake Pingualuit, as it's called, reaches a depth of about 876 feet, 267 meters, making it one of North America's deepest lakes. Its incredible water clarity, with visibility of up to 115 feet, 35 meters, is due to the lake having no inlets or outlets, being fed only by rain and snow, which keeps it free of pollutants and sediments. The name Pingualuit comes from the Inuktitut word Pingualuk, meaning where the land rises, referring to the crater's prominence in the otherwise flat terrain. This unique feature has been a notable landmark for indigenous populations for centuries. The lake's sediments hold an extensive record of climate changes over thousands of years, providing vital information on Earth's environmental history. Researchers studying the sediment layers have uncovered insights into glaciation patterns, shifts in vegetation, and even the arrival of human populations in the area. Established as a national park in 2004, Penguillut Crater is now protected to preserve its unique geology and surrounding ecosystem. The park is managed by the Inuit community, integrating traditional knowledge into conservation efforts. Visitors can explore the crater and its breathtaking surroundings, engaging in activities like hiking, snowshoeing, and wildlife observation. Number 12. HMS Terror. HMS Terror was a bomb vessel constructed for the British Royal Navy in 1813, gaining fame for its role in Sir John Franklin's 1845 expedition. The mission sought to explore and navigate the elusive Northwest Passage, a sea route through the Arctic Ocean that would have revolutionized global shipping. Together with its sister ship, HMS Erebus, Terror embarked on what would become one of the greatest mysteries in the history of Arctic exploration. Originally designed for launching mortars in naval battles, HMS Terror was built to endure heavy impacts, making it ideal for polar expeditions. The ship was retrofitted for Arctic conditions, receiving an iron-plated hull, internal heating systems, and a steam engine to aid its passage through icy waters. Under the command of Captain Francis Crozier, HMS Terror and Erebus departed England in May 1845, carrying enough supplies for 3 years, scientific equipment, and a seasoned crew of sailors. Their mission was to find a navigable path through the frozen waters of the Canadian Arctic archipelago. However, the expedition faced severe challenges. By September 1846, both ships became trapped in sea ice near King William Island, and despite attempts to free them, the effort was in vain. The last confirmed sighting of the ships by Europeans was in July 1845, when whalers encountered them in Baffin Bay. For nearly 200 years, the fate of HMS Terror and its crew remained one of history's unsolved mysteries, prompting numerous search efforts. In 2016, a major discovery occurred. Parks Canada, in collaboration with local groups and using advanced technology, located the wreck of HMS Terror in Terror Bay, off the coast of King William Island. Remarkably well preserved by the cold Arctic waters, the wreck has since provided crucial insights into the expedition's final days. Number 11. The Haken-Mosby Mud Volcano. The Haken-Mosby Mud Volcano is a fascinating geological structure located on the seafloor of the Barents Sea, southwest of Bear Island. Named after Norwegian oceanographer Haken Mosby, the volcano sits about 4,100 feet, 1,250 meters, below the ocean's surface and has become a crucial site for studying deep-sea ecosystems. Discovered in the early 1990s, the mud volcano revealed a unique environment driven by the release of methane-rich fluids and mud from deep within the Earth's crust. Unlike traditional volcanoes that erupt with molten lava, mud volcanoes expel mud, water, and gases, creating a cold seep ecosystem. This activity helps scientists better understand how seafloor fluid systems work and their effects on marine life. The released mud serves as an energy source for specialized microbes, which support a wide array of organisms that have adapted to these extreme conditions. Methane-oxidizing bacteria are particularly important as they convert methane into organic matter, which other organisms rely on for sustenance. This process plays a vital role in the carbon cycle and helps regulate the release of methane, a powerful greenhouse gas, into the ocean and atmosphere. At the heart of the volcano, where methane concentrations are highest, microbial mats composed of sulfur bacteria thrive by oxidizing hydrogen sulfide, a byproduct of methane oxidation. As you move outward from the center, the ecosystem transitions, supporting tube worms, clams, and other organisms that rely on the nutrients provided by these microbial mats. Studying such environments provides valuable insights into the functioning of our planet's ecosystems and may even offer clues about life on other planets. Researchers use remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, and submersibles to gather water samples and conduct experiments, furthering our understanding of how life can survive in such extreme environments. Number 10. The Yukagir Mammoth. The Yukagir Mammoth is one of the most significant paleontological finds from the Arctic. Discovered in 2002 in Siberia's permafrost near the Yukagir settlement in the Sakha Republic of Russia, this remarkably well-preserved woolly mammoth lived around 18,560 years ago, offering valuable insights into these Ice Age giants. The mammoth's extraordinary state of preservation is due to the Siberian permafrost, which acts like a natural freezer, keeping much of its soft tissue, including skin, muscles, and internal organs, intact. This level of preservation allows scientists to study woolly mammoths in unprecedented detail. Named after the Yukagir people native to the region, the mammoth was an adult male, estimated to be around 47 years old. Its tusks, which are about 5 feet, 1.5 meters, long, are some of the best preserved ever found, providing key data about the animal's growth and health. Analysis of the tusks indicates the mammoth went through multiple periods of stress, likely caused by the harsh climate or food scarcity during the Ice Age. Even more fascinating, the contents of the mammoth's stomach and intestines were also preserved, shedding light on its diet. Its last meals consisted of grasses, sedges, and other plants, helping researchers understand the vegetation of its cold, steppe-like habitat known as the Mammoth Steppe, which spanned northern Eurasia and North America during the last Ice Age. Genetic analysis of the Yukagir mammoth has been groundbreaking. The well-preserved tissues allowed scientists to extract high-quality DNA, enabling them to sequence its genome. This genetic data is critical for understanding the evolutionary history of woolly mammoths and their connections to modern elephants. Comparing the mammoth's genome with that of living elephants revealed key adaptations for surviving in cold environments, including genes related to fat storage, hair growth, and cold tolerance. Number 9. The Aurora Vent Field, located in the Arctic Ocean, is one of the most unexplored hydrothermal vent systems on Earth. Discovered in the 21st century, it lies along the Gakkel Ridge, an underwater mountain range between Greenland and Siberia. This vent field is especially significant due to its slow spreading rate and extreme depth, making it an intriguing environment for scientific study. Hydrothermal vents are fractures in the seafloor that release heated water, usually found near volcanic regions, ocean basins, and spreading ridges. The water they emit is rich in minerals, creating ecosystems that thrive in harsh, deep-sea conditions. Located more than 13,000 feet, 4,000 meters, below the surface, the Aurora Vent Field is one of the deepest vent systems known. Its discovery has provided crucial insights into hydrothermal activity in the Arctic. The remoteness and extreme conditions of the Arctic Ocean, including ice cover and frigid temperatures, make exploration difficult. However, with advances in technology, such as remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, and autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, scientists have been able to map the seafloor, gather samples, and closely study the vents. Named after the Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis, the vents in this field release superheated water that can reach up to 752 degrees Fahrenheit 400 degrees Celsius. This water is rich in minerals like iron, manganese, and sulfur, which form towering chimney structures around the vents. The ecosystems supported by hydrothermal vents are among the most unique on Earth. In the absence of sunlight, which doesn't reach such depths, these ecosystems rely on chemosynthesis instead of photosynthesis. Chemosynthetic bacteria convert the chemical energy from vent minerals into organic matter, forming the foundation of the food chain. These microorganisms sustain a diverse array of organisms, including tubeworms, clams, shrimp, and various species of fish and crustaceans, all of which are specially adapted to survive the high-pressure, low-temperature, mineral-rich environment of the deep ocean. The discovery of the Aurora Vent Field has given scientists a unique opportunity to study extremophiles, organisms that thrive in extreme conditions. The conditions of these hydrothermal vents are thought to be similar to those that may exist on icy moons like Jupiter's Europa or Saturn's Enceladus, where similar underwater volcanic activity could occur. This research offers a potential glimpse into what extraterrestrial life might look like elsewhere in the universe. Number 8. The Arctic Henge. The Arctic Henge is a modern stone monument situated near the small village of Rotherhafen in northern Iceland, close to the Arctic Circle. Inspired by ancient mythology and astronomical alignments, the concept of the Arctic Henge draws from Icelandic folklore and the Eddic poems, which are key sources of Norse mythology. The idea for the monument was proposed in the early 1990s by a group of enthusiasts and was intended to honor Iceland's rich cultural legacy and ancient Norse traditions. Construction officially began in 1996, with work starting in the early 2000s. The Arctic Henge consists of 4 main gates, each aligned with one of the cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west, and a central stone structure. These gates are designed to interact with the sunlight during solstices and equinoxes, much like ancient structures that were built for astronomical purposes. At the heart of the monument stands a large basalt column, symbolizing Yggdrasil, the world tree from Norse mythology, which links the heavens, earth, and the underworld. Surrounding this central column are 72 basalt blocks, each representing a dwarf from Norse myths. These dwarves, according to legend, hold up the sky, and their arrangement in the Arctic Henge symbolizes the cosmic order of the universe. This monument is a continuously evolving project, with new additions and enhancements being made over the years, turning it into a living sculpture that grows and changes. Visitors are encouraged to explore the structure, observing how light and shadow play across it at various times of the year. Rafirhofn, where the Arctic Henge is located, is one of Iceland's northernmost villages, set on a remote peninsula known for its stark, dramatic landscapes and proximity to the Arctic Circle. The location makes it an ideal spot to experience natural phenomena such as the midnight sun and polar night. During the summer solstice, the sun never fully sets, bathing the Arctic Henge in a continuous daylight glow, while in winter, the sun barely rises, casting the monument in a striking silhouette against the twilight sky. Moving on to number 7. The Greenland shark. The Greenland shark is a mysterious creature that inhabits the deep waters of the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans. Known for its remarkable lifespan, slow metabolism, and unique adaptations to extreme environments, it's one of the largest shark species, reaching lengths of up to 23 feet, 7 meters, and weighing over 2,200 pounds, 1,000 kilograms. Despite its size, the Greenland shark is rarely seen, as it lives at depths of 650 to nearly 2,000 feet, 200 to 600 meters, with some found as deep as 7,200 feet, 2,200 meters, far beyond where humans usually venture. Life moves at a different pace in the cold, dark depths of the ocean. Studies suggest that Greenland sharks can live for over 400 years, making them the longest living vertebrates on record. This incredible lifespan is linked to their slow growth rate of only about 0.4 inches, 1 centimeter, per year, coupled with a low metabolism and the icy waters they inhabit. To survive in such cold temperatures, these sharks possess high levels of trimethylamine oxide in their tissues, which helps protect their proteins and cells from freezing. However, this adaptation makes their flesh toxic to humans and most animals, so few predators target them. The Greenland shark has a varied diet and is known as an opportunistic feeder. It eats a wide range of prey, including fish and seals, and researchers have even discovered remains of polar bears, moose, and reindeer in their stomachs. Although they swim slowly, at an average speed of about 0.75 miles, 1.2 kilometers, per hour, they use stealth and ambush tactics to catch live prey, often surprising sleeping seals and fish. Despite their menacing appearance and status as apex predators, Greenland sharks are not considered a threat to humans. Encounters with these deep-sea dwellers are rare due to their remote habitat, and they seldom come into contact with people. Nonetheless, their presence in Arctic waters has long intrigued scientists and inspired folklore in indigenous Arctic communities, who often view them as wise and ancient beings of the sea. Number 6. Pleistocene Park. Pleistocene Park is an ambitious ecological project located in the Siberian region of Yakutia, Russia. Conceived by Russian scientist Sergei Zimov and his son Nikita, the project aims to recreate the ecosystem of the late Pleistocene epoch by reintroducing large herbivores and predators that once roamed the area. The ultimate objective is to transform the current tundra and forest into a more productive grassland ecosystem, which the Zimovs believe will help combat climate change by slowing the thawing of permafrost. This concept bears resemblance to a real-life Jurassic Park, but features animals from more recent geological times. The idea behind Pleistocene Park is rooted in the belief that large herbivores are crucial for maintaining grassland ecosystems. During the Pleistocene epoch, which ended about 11,700 years ago, Siberia was home to a variety of large animals, including mammoths, woolly rhinos, bison, horses, and musk oxen. These animals played a significant role in sustaining grasslands by grazing on shrubs and trees, trampling the soil, and spreading seeds. The Zimovs hope that by reintroducing similar herbivores, they can restore the ancient ecosystem. Since its inception in 1996, Pleistocene Park has introduced several species, including Yakutian horses, musk oxen, reindeer, and bison. They are also investigating the possibility of reintroducing genetically modified woolly mammoths or hybrids created from Asian elephants and preserved mammoth DNA. Although this remains a long-term goal fraught with ethical and technical challenges, the Zimovs propose that converting the tundra into grassland will help insulate the permafrost and reduce its thawing. Grazing animals compact the snow in winter, diminishing the insulating effect of the snow cover and allowing the cold winter air to penetrate the ground more effectively, which helps maintain the permafrost. Covering approximately 7.7 square miles, 20 square kilometers, Pleistocene Park is one of the largest ecological experiments in the world. The introduction of herbivores has already yielded promising results, with grazing activity transforming parts of the park from shrub-dominated landscapes to grasslands. These grasslands have a higher reflectivity, meaning they reflect more solar energy back into space compared to darker forests or shrubs, potentially leading to a cooling effect on the local climate. Number 5. Nanoxaurus, a type of dinosaur that roamed the Earth millions of years ago, is a surprising find, especially since most well-known dinosaurs lived in temperate regions. Recent discoveries have revealed that some dinosaurs adapted to various climates, including the Arctic. Nanoxaurus, which means polar bear lizard in reference to the Inuit word nanuk for polar bear, lived during the late Cretaceous period around 70 million years ago. It inhabited what is now the North Slope of Alaska, deep within the Arctic Circle. Known from limited fossil evidence, including a partial skull and jawbones, Nanoxaurus provides valuable insights into its size, behavior, and adaptations to a polar environment. The discovery of this dinosaur is attributed to a team led by paleontologists Anthony R. Fiorillo and Ronald S. Tykowski, who first described the species in 2014. The fossils were unearthed in the Prince Creek Formation, a geological site in northern Alaska renowned for its rich deposits of late Cretaceous vertebrates. The partial skull and jawbones suggest that Nanoxaurus was a relatively small member of the Tyrannosaur family, measuring approximately 20 to 23 feet, 6 to 7 meters, in length, making it significantly smaller than its famous relative, Tyrannosaurus rex. This size reduction was likely an adaptation to the harsh, high-latitude Arctic environment, which, while warmer during the late Cretaceous, still experienced long periods of darkness and fluctuating temperatures. Its smaller size would have allowed it to thrive on the limited resources available in this extreme environment, requiring less food to sustain itself. Nanoxaurus likely coexisted with various other dinosaur species, such as hadrosaurids, ceratopsians, and smaller theropods, indicating a diverse and complex ecosystem. The discovery of Nanoxaurus has significant implications for understanding dinosaur distribution and adaptation. It challenges the traditional view that dinosaurs predominantly occupied temperate and tropical regions, demonstrating that they could also adapt to a variety of climates. Additionally, this find underscores the importance of Arctic fossil sites in unraveling the history of ancient life, as these regions are often less explored but hold crucial insights into how dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures adapted to extreme conditions. Number 4. Nazi Outpost. During World War II, the Nazis invested heavily in covert research facilities, with many of their remote outposts only recently being thoroughly examined. One notable example is the Schachtbeer weather station, which was established by Nazi Germany as part of a secret meteorological network designed to supply crucial weather data for military operations. Located on Alexander Land, an island in the Franz Josef Archipelago in the Arctic Ocean, Schachtbeer was strategically important for naval and aerial operations in the North Atlantic. The creation of the Schachtbeer weather station was driven by the need for precise weather information, crucial for the German military's operations across various fronts. Accurate weather forecasts were vital for planning military strategies, as weather conditions could drastically influence troop movements, air raids, and naval engagements. Constructed in 1943, at the height of the conflict, the station was designed to withstand the extreme Arctic conditions, including severe cold, ice, and snow. German military personnel stationed there had to endure prolonged isolation and harsh weather, with the remote location making resupply and relief efforts extremely challenging. The primary mission of the Shakespeare weather station was to gather and transmit meteorological data for predicting weather patterns over the North Atlantic and Arctic. In 1944, the station's operations were severely impacted by an outbreak of trichinosis, a parasitic disease contracted from undercooked meat, which incapacitated the crew. The situation became dire, prompting a distress signal that led to a rescue mission by the German Navy. The crew was successfully evacuated, and the weather station was subsequently abandoned. The site has since remained largely forgotten, but the remnants of the station, including weather instruments and other equipment, offer a glimpse into the challenging conditions faced by those who served there. Number 3. SS Terra Nova. The SS Terra Nova, a robust wooden whaling and sealing vessel, was constructed in 1884 in Dundee, Scotland. It played a significant role in early 20th century polar exploration, notably as part of Captain Robert Falcon Scott's Terra Nova expedition to Antarctica from 1910 to 1913. Originally built for the Dundee whaling and sealing fleet, the SS Terra Nova was engineered to withstand the severe conditions of polar regions, with a reinforced hull designed to cut through ice, making it one of the most formidable ships of its era for navigating icy waters. The most renowned chapter of the ship's history began when it was acquired by the British Admiralty in 1909 for Scott's British Antarctic expedition. This expedition aimed to conduct scientific research and, ideally, to be the first to reach the geographic South Pole. The vessel departed from Cardiff, Wales, on June 15, 1910, carrying Scott, his team of explorers, scientists, and crew. The journey proved challenging, with the Terra Nova contending with severe storms and dense pack ice, which delayed its arrival. Upon reaching Ross Island in McMurdo Sound, the team established a base camp at Camp Evans. Over the subsequent 2 years, the expedition conducted extensive research in fields such as geology, biology, meteorology, and glaciology, significantly advancing our understanding of the Antarctic environment. However, the mission to reach the South Pole did not proceed as planned. Scott, along with companions Edward Wilson, Henry Bowers, Lawrence Oates, and Edgar Evans, reached the pole on January 17, 1912, only to find that Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen had preceded them by 34 days. The Terra Nova returned to Antarctica to retrieve the expedition members and the valuable data they had gathered. Though the mission fell short of its primary goal, the ship gained a reputation for its capability to navigate the most inhospitable environments. In 1943, the ship's voyages came to an end when it struck ice and sank off the coast of Greenland while delivering supplies during World War II. For decades, the wreck was lost but was finally rediscovered in 2012, resting on the seabed. It seems fitting that a ship so closely tied to Antarctic exploration would end its journey in frozen waters on the other side of the globe. Today, the SS Terra Nova stands as a symbol of exploration and the relentless human pursuit of knowledge and adventure. Number 2. Pithivirus Sibericum. As technology has progressed and the ice has begun to recede, scientists have been able to explore deeper into the polar regions, uncovering secrets from Earth's past. Concerns have long existed about the risks of awakening ancient viruses, and in 2014, this concern was realized. Researchers excavating the Siberian permafrost stumbled upon a virus named Pithivirus Sibericum, unlike anything known today. This virus is remarkable for several reasons. Firstly, it is one of the largest viruses ever identified, measuring approximately 1.5 micrometers in length and about 0.5 micrometers in diameter. Its size allows it to be visible under a microscope, categorizing it among giant viruses, such as the Mimi virus and Pandora virus. These giant viruses challenge the conventional distinctions between viruses and cellular life due to their considerable size and complexity. The discovery of Pithivirus Sibericum was made by a French research team from the University of Aix-Marseille, who found it in a 30,000-year-old sample of Siberian permafrost taken from a depth of about 98 feet, 30 meters. Remarkably, they were able to reactivate the virus by introducing it to amoebae, which served as hosts for the virus to infect and replicate, demonstrating that it remained infectious even after thousands of years in a dormant state. The virus's genome is also unusual, containing approximately 500 genes, more than most viruses but fewer than some other giant viruses. Its structure features a large, oval-shaped capsid with a honeycomb-like surface pattern. Unlike most viruses, which typically hijack the host cell's machinery to reproduce, Pithivirus ibericum appears to use a more intricate replication process that involves setting up a factory within the host cell to produce new viruses. The revival of such ancient viruses raises concerns about the potential reemergence of long-dormant diseases and their effects on modern ecosystems and human health. While Pithivirus ibericum itself is not known to be harmful to humans, its discovery prompts questions about what other ancient pathogens might be hidden beneath the ice. Number 1. Narwhal. Ancient sailors recounted tales of bizarre sea creatures, and while many of these stories were often dismissed as mere legend, one fantastical being turned out to be real. The narwhal, sometimes called the unicorn of the sea due to its distinctive long, spiral tusk. Native to the icy waters of the Arctic, the narwhal is a unique marine animal. Narwhals are medium-sized cetaceans closely related to beluga whales, typically found in the waters around Greenland, Canada, and Russia. Adult males can grow to about 13 to 16 feet, 4 to 5 meters, in length, not including their tusks, and weigh between 1,700 and 3,500 pounds, 800 to 1,600 kilograms. Females are generally smaller and lack the notable tusk that males possess. The tusk of the narwhal is actually an elongated upper left tooth that extends through the upper lip and can spiral to lengths of up to 10 feet, 3 meters. The exact function of the tusk is still debated, but it is thought to be involved in mating displays and social interactions, with males possibly using it to assert dominance and compete for mates. Recent studies suggest that the tusk may have sensory functions, equipped with millions of nerve endings to detect environmental changes such as variations in water temperature, salinity, and pressure. However, it is not used for hunting. Narwhals have a specialized diet, feeding mainly on Arctic fish like Greenland halibut, Arctic cod, and shrimp. They are known to dive to great depths in search of food, reaching up to 4,900 feet, 1,500 meters, below the surface and can hold their breath for up to 25 minutes. These animals live in tight-knit social groups, often forming pods of 10 to 20 individuals, although larger groups can form during migration or feeding. Migratory by nature, narwhals travel seasonally between coastal waters in the summer and deeper offshore regions in the winter to access open water and continue their feeding activities. Their Arctic habitat makes them particularly susceptible to the impacts of climate change. As sea ice melts and the Arctic environment shifts, narwhals face increased threats from habitat loss, rising human activities like shipping and oil exploration, and changes in prey availability. These environmental changes can disrupt their migratory routes, breeding grounds, and feeding habits, presenting significant challenges to their survival. While narwhals are not currently classified as endangered, their populations are closely monitored to detect any changes. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.